even though he kind of separates himself from them by calling himself a capitalist. But, we'll see about that, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Michigan Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed joins us now. How you doing, Abdul?
I'm good, Jesse. I appreciate the opportunity for a good, wholesome conversation, and I just want to start where we agree. We both played football and lacrosse. We both love America. We both love freedom, and I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Absolutely. We'll see how much we agree on. I know I don't agree with you on this. You want to abolish ICE. Who's going to deport the criminal aliens from the country?
Well, you and I both know that long before we ever had ICE, we had INS. We were able to enforce our immigration policies without shooting people in the face and the back of the head. And we just celebrated our 250th anniversary. That was an anniversary of throwing away tyranny. Now, to bring that tyranny back under the guise of the U.S. government itself, that seems to me to be inconsistent with the freedom you and I both love.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a dodge, Abdul. They did the same thing as ICE back then, INS. Do you know how many illegal aliens are in the country
shoot
now?
People in the face and the back of the head.
Do you know how many illegal aliens?
Yeah, but hold on. I have to push back on El-Sayed about that. I'll be like, yeah, but you got to understand, dog. Like, let's pretend like the rhetoric of the left didn't low-key cause that. Like, you guys were calling these guys, like, what, terrorists, Gestapo. And you were promoting that the left should go out there, or Democratic vote should go out there and try to stop them, even push as far as obstruction. So do you understand, like, where you guys kind of led people like Alex Preddy to end up, walking into his own death by getting shot up by police? Like, you don't understand how you led people like Renee Good to overreact just because ICE is next to her, and now she's thinking she's going to get carried off to some concentration camp in the middle of nowhere. It's like, come on, guys. You guys sold fear of ICE into the people, and then you're surprised when they overreact like the way they do, or when they act so angrily, when they act with such anger. Like, come on now.
So we're in the country now.
To your point, Jesse, let me just answer the question. To your
answer
point,
it. How many do we have?
Fewer when we had INS. To your answer, we had
exactly.
far fewer when we had INS. So arguably, INS worked a lot better.
Abdul, listen, we had twice as many illegals now when we had INS.
So to your argument,
you have to have the manpower to do it.
If you want to do that correlation, we have ICE now, and we have far, far more undocumented people. So ICE is clearly not working. It's just shooting like American citizens in the face and the back of the head. So
well, illegals are shooting people in the face too.
To disagree.
Abdul, you got a guy in Michigan.
So are American citizens.
You got a guy. Let me just say something. Okay,
to get back to the conversation about the broader issues.
Okay.
Well, you cut me off, Jesse, and you said we're going to have a good conversation. So I'd like to do that. I just want to answer the point. When I travel the state, and I have traveled my state, more people are asking me about how they're going to afford their gas and groceries. They're not asking me about immigration.
Well,
now,
they also don't want to get molested. Abdul, you got a guy here from Southeast Asia, molested a kid. ICE just picked him up. You want that guy to stay in Michigan?
Come on. I'm like, come on, Jesse. You're being disingenuous. Like, it's like he's not saying that. He's saying that we should pretty much abolish ICE and leave immigration up to, I guess, what we had before ICE. Which is honestly, I'm be real with you, I would have to push El-Sayed on, like, then what would be the difference? They're still going to be doing immigration that you Democrats are against. And the only reason it's turning out like this is because you put that battery in the back of Democratic voters to go out there and obstruct ICE, to go out there and try to razz their family members. You painted them as Nazis. And then you're going to sit here and actually play victim when these bad things happen, when things like Renee Good or Alex Preddy happen. Like, are you serious? Like, that's what kills me. And I would have to push back on him about that. Like, look, if you want to abolish ICE, that's not going to solve anything. Honestly, just a catchphrase you guys use, because we are going to need immigration. We can take it back to the other guys. But if you guys are still demonizing any form of deportation, those guys are going to get attacked too. So what's really going on with this whole abolish ICE thing? It's like I said, it's a catchphrase. It's nothing real.
That guy got picked up, but that's a different thing than saying that INS would not have picked him up. Jesse, you're too smart for this.
It's a bureaucratic game you're playing, and that's a dodge.
You point to him, you say,
you need guys to get these guys out of the country.
And therefore, ICE, we need ICE. I'm just saying, look, playing by your own rules. When we had INS, we had fewer people doing the things that you're talking about.
That's because Biden didn't blow open the border back then.
When we had that.
All right, that's because Biden didn't blow open the border back then.
And that's not an ICE question. That's a CBP question.
No, you guys let in a ton of people, and we got to get them out, and we'll take the guys out the way we need to take them out. Green New Deal, you back that up. Do you drive an electric car?
I drive a plug-in hybrid made right in the United States. The bigger question about cars, though, is why the president just started a trade war or escalated a trade war with Canada. It's about to make all of our cars, especially the internal combustion engine cars, so much more expensive.
You want to get rid of the internal combustion engine.
No, I don't. Who told you that?
That's what the Green New Deal says.
My dad came to America to design internal combustion engines. No, that's
the Green New Deal says phase out fossil fuels.
Build renewable energy opportunities. Look, I'm not going to defend the Green New Deal. What I'm telling you, though, is that we could make a whole lot more amazing jobs. You're on the record as backing the Green New Deal, Abdul. Look, I'm just telling you this. Are you opposed to the idea that we could reduce energy costs and create jobs in Michigan?
Absolutely, but I don't want windmills in Lake Michigan.
So you're absolutely opposed to that?
Yeah, I don't want to put windmills in Lake Michigan.
You'd rather have windmills.
I don't think the people in Michigan want that, Abdul.
Right now,
if you're running on that, that's not going to go over too well.
We have a pipeline. No. I mean, Jesse, look, we can have a conversation if you want to. You want to keep cutting me off. We could keep doing that too. But you told me we're going to have a good conversation. I just want to talk about something. Right now, we have an oil pipeline in the Great Lakes. If that oil pipeline were to burst, the consequences for our Great Lakes would be disastrous. Now, you're telling me that you'd rather have a situation where that happened than a windmill? That really is so offensive to you?
No.
Those windmills are good.
I'm saying I don't want to get rid of fossil fuels, and that's what the Green New Deal does. Let's move on. You want to soak the rich. Look, Abdul, because this isn't a podcast. I got to sell ads in the breaks. You want to soak the rich. Let's listen to what you said about the taxes. Run it.
I also think we got to start taxing wealth for people who have over $100 million. I mean, at that point, like, what even are you going to do with more money?
What are you going to do with more money? I mean, whatever I want.
I mean, Jesse, I don't know how much you make.
Look, not a billion.
I think I'd rather have. Well, yeah, look, so that's exactly it, right? The question ultimately is, do you want to drive on good roads, or would you rather have a billionaire make a second billion? That's what Mike Rogers wants. That's what Donald Trump wants. Apparently, that's what you want. I think the people in Michigan want something different. They want good roads and good schools.
So you're saying Beyonce, who just became a billionaire, she has to break you off something every year? She has to pay the politicians.
It's not me. It's the American public.
You're Beyonce, the one that wants the money.
To be able to contribute back to the public schools that she went to. I think she'd be happy to invest in good roads in her community. I think she'd be happy to pay a little bit more so that everybody had a little bit more.
You're reaching a little deep into the pockets,
to be defending billionaires from your channel, Jesse. That's a crazy thing. I thought you were for. I'm just saying. Look, at the end of the day, I thought you were for the everyday man. Like, if you're for billionaires more than you're for every other person, well, you and I are just going to disagree.
No, I just think I have the right to the fruits of my own labor. That's America. It's not communist what you're talking about.
No problem.
Let me ask you about.
I don't think he's talking about. Now, here's the thing: the whole wealth tax. That's what's confusing people, because you really can't tax the wealthy because they're able to kind of, subvert their income. Kind of BS the numbers on income. So it's really hard to get them on income tax. It's really kind of hard to get them on corporate tax. It is low-key hard to tax the wealthy. I'm not gonna lie. But then that's why they say a wealth tax is like, what do you mean? Substantiate that. Like, what? Are we taxing them by their net worth or by all the assets that they have? Like, what's that? Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the same thing as like abolish ICE. It's like, okay, you could abolish ICE, but I mean, if you're still demonizing deportations, you're just going to demonize the next people that are doing it. And then with this wealth tax, well, what are we taxing? What are we taxing by? Like, because we're already doing their income, we're already doing it by their corporations and their various businesses. I mean, what else can we possibly do? Like literally. And then here's the thing, though, if we're going by wealth, well, what do you mean by wealth? Like assets, liabilities, their entire net worth, and we're just going to tax that? Like, how does that work?
Socialized healthcare.
I guess it works just like that. Money. Let me just answer the question. No, let me go back to that.
Go ahead.
Billionaires don't make their money off of their labor. That, I think, is where you head off. Billionaires that make their money off their money. So if you have $1 billion, your billion makes another 100 million. That's not the fruits of your labor. That's just the fruits of your money making money. I think it's okay. Like, if we tax you at 7%, you're still gonna make a cool $30 million off your $1 billion. I think it's okay. They're gonna be okay, Jesse.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of politicians like you capping how much money people make in America. That's just me. We can have the voters in Michigan decide. You said,
yeah, but then Jesse, you got to understand how that sounds, though, because and this is why he's smirking, because he's kind of catching Jesse. He's like, yeah, you're kind of proving that you guys are for the billionaires. Like, let's just keep it real here. You're pretty much saying that, oh yeah, they're allowed to make absorbent amount of money, but if we want to take any bit of that just to push it down to the American people, oh, now it's communism. Like, you see how sensitive they are to it, though? That's what's kind of irritates me about the Republicans. Like, as soon as you talk about taxing the rich, oh, communism. It's like, nigga, we got taxes. They getting taxed right now. If that's your argument, we under communism right now. So can y'all cut the bullshit, please? Can y'all cut the bullshit on that? Because, like, let's be real here. Like, not like if every tax on the rich is communism, then guys, we've been living in it for a while now. So what? Like, here's the thing. They do make a good point on, yo, how much money do you honestly need to make? And if you're being honest about this question, you're really thinking like, yeah, that is a valid question right there. Like, do you really need 100 million? Like, do you really need to make $3, $4, $5 billion this year, dog? Can't you just take out, $2 billion for the people? Or I don't know, take out $2 billion and push it down and start increasing wages or something like that. It don't gotta go to the government. Push it down to the people. It's like work with us, son. Work with us. But every time you sit there and say, oh, no, well, every time you're trying to tax us or make us do more for the people is communism. I mean, bro, you're going to start having people really think about communism in a second.
You want socialized healthcare. Abdul, how much is that going to cost?
No, taxing unrealized gains.
Average Michigan.
Now, dead man, taxing unrealized gains is wild, though. No, that's wild because it's like, though, you really don't know like what they're even coming out with. It's like unfairly taxing them. Now, maybe if you were talking about doing this to guys like $100 billion plus, okay, we can have that argument. But just saying you're just going to do it on what? Millionaires and billionaires? Like, that's asinine.
And a whole lot less than they pay right now. But I'm just going to tell you.
No, but what's the price tag of the program?
Who voted to raise prescription drug prices 19 times, right? And so I'm just saying I want to bring your costs down. The price of the program is going to be substantially less for an everyday person who's out here who can't afford their health care and worried about losing their health.